Good morning. Ohayo gozaimasu. Oh my god, what a night. So I'm here in Takasaki. Up a hotel behind me. Station here. Walking past the smoking area. On my way to Starbucks. I am going to be totally incoherent today. Let me tell you what happened. I walked around last night, had a nice dinner, did a little shopping, went to Muji, bought some nice aromatherapy product, room freshener, went and had a nice little bath. By the way, she told me I could wear my yukata down to the spa, they call it spa, the Shinto. I was the only one who did that. I don't care. Everybody else had their stuff in a little bag, their bags, these plastic bags in the room. Anyway, so I went down, had a little bath, went up to my room, fooled around on my iPad a little bit, went to sleep. All of a sudden, my room gets bright, and I think, is it morning already? I hear this talking. I realize my TV's on. So I got up, found the remote, turned the TV off. Go back to sleep. TV comes on again. What the hell? Is there a fucking ghost in here or what? Kept happening. I realized the power was going off, and every time the power came back, the TV went on. So next I'm like, I tried to turn on the light, but there was no power, so the light didn't come on. Power comes back, all of a sudden these bright lights come on. It was ridiculous. This went on for an hour and a half. Finally, I got up, went down to the front desk, and there's a woman there. I asked her if she spoke English. She said yes. I think she's Nepali. Apparently there are a lot of Nepalis here. So she gets the night shift. Lucky. So I told her what was happening. The sleepy Japanese guy comes out from the back. So she explained to him. He could speak a little English, but they're communicating in Japanese. I'm talking to her in English. She wasn't understanding what I was saying. I wasn't understanding what she was saying. So they both come up to my room. Now imagine, my room is tiny. So the three of us now in this room trying to communicate. Me to her in English, her to him in Japanese, her to me in English. So he did something with the TV. He turned it off. I had tried to pull the plug out of the TV, but instead I just pulled the cable out. I don't know how to get up to Starbucks here. So he did something with the TV. Whatever he did, that fixed it. She told me just to take my key card out. I said, but then I won't have any air conditioning. She said, no, the air conditioning will still work. But I noticed there was a thermostat that I hadn't seen before. So I was able, at least out of this situation, to find the air conditioning. So I had a really rough night. I'm exhausted. So I'm going to Starbucks now. Get some coffee. If I can find my way there. at this. Got up, got phone down. So my plan today, I was going to try to be here at 7, go eat breakfast, hop on the bus, go to this temple, get back before it gets too hot. It's going up to 86 today. Can you believe it? It's like 66 now. All right, I feel a little bit better now. That was really good coffee. I get cafe misto. These Haruna dolls are everywhere. Let me show you. So, I went down the stairs, I came up, all I had to do was just walk straight. Now I know how to get to Starbucks. And there's another Starbucks right across the street. So my plan originally, before my sleep deprivation, was I was going to go to Matsuya for breakfast. Just going to go to Family Mart, get a sandwich or whatever this convenience store is. Go back to my room, put on shorts, get ready for my adventure. All right, so I went to this little convenience store in the station. Got a pork cutlet sandwich and a yogurt drink, probiotic. Gonna go eat in my room. Put on a pair of shorts. Get rid of my sweatshirt. I'm not going to need it. It's going to be a hot one today. And then come out and find my bus. So the bus looks like there's not a bus until 9:37. So I have like an hour. It's a 70-minute bus ride. And then the bus is returning every 2 hours, so 11:30 and 1:30. So am I gonna have an hour there? It's probably enough time, but I don't know. It sounds like there's a lot of walking. All right, so this is what we're doing today, folks. Houston, we may have a problem here. I just checked. I just translated the sign. It says that the route, the tourist bus to Lake Haruna, only operates on Saturday and Sunday from April 29th to November 5th. So we're in the right period, but is there no bus today? I'm gonna be damn pissed off. Let me see here. Oh, there's a line. get a Suica card, you guys. So there's a hold up. Two guys in front of me. Oh, it's nice and fresh up here. I feel the power already. Two guys in front of me weren't prepared with the change. Had to wait. Now, I asked the bus driver where I take the bus back to Takasaki station. He told me, but I didn't understand his answer. So hopefully somebody can direct me. I wanted to have a little space here. These guys are annoying me. So I thought they were standing here taking pictures. As soon as I started walking, they started walking too. All right, so here we are. I'm very centered and zen right now. Here we are at Haruna Jinja. Let me show you. There's a beautiful little river running down below. Sound of the water. So this shrine is dedicated to the gods of... Hang on a minute. Alright, so it's dedicated to the gods of fire, water, and agriculture. Mount Haruna, I saw a sign. We're on Mount Haruna here. It was Mount Haruna-san. I wanted to take a picture. It's an honorific. I couldn't think of the word. So Rick-san would be showing me respect. Haruna-san is showing respect to the mountain. They do the same with Mount Fuji-san. I just want to give these guys a chance to get away from me. So this is Haruna-san. Haruna-san is an extinct volcano. Volcanoes are power spots, right? Obviously, it's where the earth is breathing fire. This guy's taking pictures of every flower that he passes. It's not a flower spot, it's a power spot. There's a kitty. So I was gonna rush this. Here's the issue. The bus returning to Takasaki is in an hour, 11:30, and then it's really getting on my nerves. It's gonna stop and take pictures of every single flower. And then the bus after that is at 1:30. So I either spend an hour here or I spend 3 hours here. So I'm just going to spend 3 hours here, take my time, get lunch. Get away from these guys. Now, about the bus ride, I was almost ready to just call it quits when I saw that line for the bus. And then this whole group of school kids was coming down the stairs. Fortunately, I was in front of them, but I thought, there's no way I'm going to get on this bus with all these people and have to stand for 70 minutes. So when it came time for me to board, there was room on the bus. I got a seat. It was packed. But then everybody got off at some engineering college or something. So it wasn't too bad. There were actually 8 of us on the bus. A couple people stayed on. So, not bad. An hour, 10 minutes bus ride. Took me longer to get here than it did from Tokyo on the Shinkansen. But look how pretty. All right. So I think my annoying horticulturalist or whatever he is, oh, he's up there. They're far enough away. But seriously, he's taking pictures of every single flower he passes. I want some space, guys. Give me some space. Because I'm talking to my phone. Kind of reminds me of somebody I just spent the last 2 weeks with. Starting to get a little warm. But really nice little path here. Walking up to the shrine. Got some restaurants here. So I'm just going to take my time. Climb up this hill. And then take my time exploring the shrine. There's a small group of us here that just got off the bus. And then hopefully some of these places will be open for lunch. Unfortunate that the sun is behind this beautiful old building here. I don't know why the guy's taking pictures of all the flowers and not this stuff, because this is amazing. This looks like a possibility for lunch. Looks like we got some udon, soba, different things. There's another tori. Oh, is that it right there? Beautiful entryway here. It's stunning. With this Vermilion Bridge. The stream running below. Really beautiful. It's very ancient. This shrine is about 1400 years old. Gorgeous. The guardian gods here. They're actually kind of colorful and not that scary. It's beautiful woodwork with this faded paint. It's just stunning. Just surrounded by green. Sounds of nature, the smells. It's far enough off the beaten path that we don't have huge groups of tourists. Glad I decided to take my time because I don't want to just rush in and rush out. So it looks like a lot of people got here early and they're leaving. Yay. And then there's like the 8 people that were on my bus. They're already very far ahead. They might be trying to get there and get back to catch the 11:30 bus. So I'm just taking my time. Hopefully by the time I get to the main temple, it will be pretty deserted. School kids were here. Looks like they're ready to board the bus, go back to school. So this is nice. You know, I was thinking of going to Nikko. I've never been to Nikko. And it sounds really beautiful. But it's also popular. And, oh geez, there's a bunch of stairs in front of me. Oh my God. So it's also popular. And I just don't want to be in places like this with a bunch of people. So it's just really nice to be here, have some space around me. Tourists usually come in groups. Groups means they're chattering. They have to take selfies in front of everything. It just really takes away from the magical experience. Look at this. And a pagoda here, stairway leading up to another gate. Beautiful. Stairs aren't that bad. Look how pretty this is. So it's really just built into the rock here. have to wait for a stupid selfie. I wonder what the gods think. Beautiful. I guess this is the main shrine, but the surroundings here are just beautiful. These big rocks. I can see why. Oh, this is just another gate. I can see why it's considered a power spot. Beautiful woodwork here. All right. Oh, that's where we're going. It smells really old. Feels like I'm entering a fun house. Here's a spot to pray. Where do I go? Not sure what's going on here. Is this the shrine that's all covered up? They're doing renovations, maybe. It sucks, but anyway, it's still beautiful. Well, I think that's what I'm supposed to see. It's being renovated. Oh my God, I came all this way to see a picture. I want my money back. Well, the power is still here. So people come here to pray for world peace and other things. All right, so it's too late for me to catch the 11:30 bus. I have 2 hours to kill. So I'm going to go back down, look for lunch. That will be the food portion of this video. I'll try to get something I haven't had yet. Figure out where the bus stop is. And then go back to Takasaki. I was thinking I might try an onsen. There's an onsen that's 45 minutes from the station. See how I feel when I get back. Oh God, if I don't kill myself. Alright, this is where we came in. Well, that was a little disappointing that the temple is covered up. The shrine. Alright, I bought a little good luck charm. An owl. And a little bag for somebody. It was worth it. And maybe it's a good thing that the temple is being renovated, because that cut down on the crowds. Because it's not the temple. It's the environment here. The temple is just a marker. Shrine, I keep calling it a temple. The shrine is just a marker for the power spot. But the shrine itself is not the power, it's the spot. So, just gonna sit down on this little bench here and rest for a moment and absorb all of this. flower, this beauty, before I head back. Okay, next stop, lunch. I just saw a guy with a GoPro. I'm so glad I didn't bring my GoPro. I already look pretty hen talking to my phone. So, I'm too lazy to stop the camera and start it again, but let me do that. Not sure what these stones are. There were some stones in Takasaki Station. You'll see them in my other video, which I think are reproductions of some famous stones from somewhere here in Guma. Just a very beautiful entrance to the shrine. Lots of little paths that you could take if you want to exert yourself, which I don't. Oh, here goes somebody with a dog. Poor doggy. I wonder if my botanist friend got a picture of this little flower. That doggy's going to be pretty disappointed when he gets to the top and finds out the shrine is covered up. What are you going to do? So the visitors here seem to be mostly Japanese. I haven't seen any foreigners except for the two guys that were on the bus with me. And they have disappeared. And it seems like most people probably drove up here. Which is nice if you have a car. I would not rent a car just to come here. The bus was like 1,200 yen. So about, what is that? $9-10 for an hour bus ride. Not bad at all. It's very pleasant. You get to enjoy the scenery. So, even though the temple was covered, the shrine was covered, still very much worth the trip for this little walk in this beautiful natural environment here. Got the little stream down below. Lots of insects, butterflies. Alright, so I'm back outside checking out the restaurants. This place has Odin, which I don't really like. Like fish cake stuff. Let's see what's in here. Alright, so we stopped in this little restaurant and gift shop here, right outside the entrance, the parking lot. And I'm gonna get this hot soba, Kyoto, hot soba noodles with wild plants and some kind of mountain vegetables. And I got a ume Eid. Plum. Plum Eid. Let me offer a little observation here. You'd think they don't see many foreigners here. So here comes this gaijin who speaks a little Japanese. They just kind of take it for granted. In Tokyo, so many people were like, oh, jozu desu, which means you're skilled. They're kind of impressed. Nobody's impressed here. And then they think I speak Japanese and they ask me questions that I don't know the answer to. So it's a very interesting phenomenon. This dude just pulled up in this little sports car. Looks like a Porsche. So it looks like a lot of people drive to come here. Maybe I could hitch a ride back to Takasaki. That would be funny. I got an hour and a half to kill. So I'm gonna take my time with my lunch. Maybe stop and get a little ice cream, a little self-serve, and then figure out where the bus stop is. So that was today's adventure, really off the beaten path. It's hot, I'm sweating. All right, so here's my soba. Has a lot of seaweed in it. It has all these little mountain vegetables. I recognize that gobo. It's a little fish cake. Itadakimasu. All right, that was so-so. The soba noodles were good. The broth, you know, it's that dashi made with fish, dried fish and kombu, kind of seaweed. That's not a mountain vegetable. It's called Sansai no soba. Sansai. Right, maybe it's not a mountain vegetable. All right, now, I have no idea where this bus stop is. This is where I came in. So the bus driver said something about in front of the shrine. But I don't think the bus comes all the way up here. So I'm gonna go down here, see if I see any sign of a bus stop. Pretty, look at this. A house, just this beautiful backdrop here, these green mountains. I'm sure this is gorgeous in the fall. And crowded. Kisetuya. I think this is might be a coffee shop. Let's see if I can find somebody who can help me with this bus stop. Let's check this out. Cafe. I still have an hour to kill. Oh, sorry, they're closed. The farmer's market. Also closed. Today is... What is today? Tuesday. Well, this is everything I could have had at Cafe Haruna. but they're closed. Onward. There's a car. Oh, he's pulling in the parking lot. What's this place? Hey dude, can you give me a ride back to Takasaki? Or to a train station or something? I feel like that's where I came in. We got off the bus there. We didn't walk through this gate. I might have to review my video and see how I got here. Yeah, that's the bus. Bus. Central Takasaki. Let me see if there are any people around here I can ask. I'm afraid I'm lost. Could this be a bus stop right here? There's a little sign. Bus. Oh, maybe this is it. Bus, Guma bus. Oh, okay. And there's a little, a little bench. A Soba restaurant that's not open. Beautiful view of the Tori. All right, so I'm in the right place. Been hanging out here. So I was looking at the sign. These women were walking by. I asked them, "Sumimasen. Kono bus wa Takasaki ikimasu ka?" And she read it. She said, "Hi." It does say it in English, but I just wanted to make sure, and it was good practice. It's always good when you're studying a language to ask questions about things that you already know, because then when they answer you, if they're giving you the correct answer, you understand. So anyway, but when I used my translator app, it said Tagozaki. I was like, what is Tagozaki? It's Takasaki. Close, but different. So you never know. There's a Nigata, there's a Nogata, there's a Nagato. There's all kinds of similar names of things here in Japan. So I didn't want to end up someplace else. All right, so I've been hanging out. Some noisy women came and shared the bench with me. Ate their onigiri. So I got a little bit annoyed with them because they were really loud. Japanese. So I walked up the hill again. I got an ice cream, a little matcha, vanilla, soft serve. And I have still about half hour to kill. It's not that bad. We're supposed to go up to 86 today. I just looked at my weather app and now it's like 78 or 76 or something like that. So it's not going to be as hot, or maybe it's not as hot here as it is back in Takasaki. So I'm going to end this video here. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this adventure. It really was an off the road adventure. And I'll see you next time. Jane, bye-bye.